wanted to use really short.
Only the gospel can transform a person's life. That's why Paul said in Romans chapter 1 and verse 16, I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believes, to the Jew first and also to the Greek. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that some of us have been saved for so long, we forgot how much power there is in the gospel to transform lives. I believe that some of us have just been going through the motions for so long that we forgot that the gospel can transform life. Think about it. You haven't always been saved. You haven't always been born again. You haven't always been a believer. Think about it. Before you are who you are tonight, before you are who you are tonight, what did it take to change you? Before you were preaching the gospel, before you were a pastor, before you were singing gospel music, what did it take to change you? Before you were a Sunday school teacher, before you were a seminary president, before you were a seminary professor, what did it take to change you? Before you were an evangelist, before you were a missionary, before you were a denominational worker, what did it take to change you? Before you worked for IMB, or for NAM, or for Lifeway, what did it take to change you? Before you worked for Guidestone, or WMU, or for the Southern Baptist Convention, what did it take to change you? In other words, my brothers and my sisters, in your BC days, in your before Christ days, what did it take to change you? In other words, before you were bought or given your first King James Schofield Reference Bible, how many of y'all remember King James Schofield? What did it take to change you? The question of the hour, my brothers and my sisters, what did it take to change you? Well, my friend, let me answer my own question. You and I were changed when we heard the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. We were changed, we were born again, we heard the good news of the gospel, and the gospel changed your life, and your life, and your life, and your life, and the gospel changed my life. That same gospel, my brothers and my sisters, that same gospel can change the lives of lost men, women, boys, and girls in our cities, in our towns, in our nation, in America. So, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, let me encourage you pastors to preach the gospel. Let me encourage Sunday school teachers, teach the gospel. Let me encourage Bible study teachers, teach the gospel. Let me encourage seminary professors, teach the gospel. Let me encourage evangelists, preach the gospel. Let me encourage every church of the Southern Baptist Convention to take